Thank you so much for having me here today. It is such an honor to be with you. I am at a moment in time where I am so humbled by the momentum that ESG has, not only in our company, but in the world that we live in today. And I'm proud to be able to share with you a little bit of what we've learned on our journey on building a culture of impact at Steelcase, and what the democratization of ESG looks like for us as we learn along the way. My role at Steelcase is leading social innovation, or those multi-sector solutions for some of the world's biggest issues that we have today. And I have spent a lifetime exploring what that looks like, what that means for the world that we live in. I began my life many, many decades ago, but I began my life actually on the streets in Korea. I was a little baby. I happened to be just a tiny child, under 1, when my life began as an adoptee left on the street. I was adopted into a home in Michigan as an American. I grew up there, and just recently, with my career, I moved to Germany, in Munich. So I can tell you from multiple perspectives what belonging looks like and what belonging feels like, and how we start to build cultures that make that a reality for people. When we start talking about purpose, we don't talk about it at the company level. When we talk about purpose, we talk about it from the individual level. Every strategy, every program, every soundbite that we deliver, it is a purpose that is incredibly personal. And we have to acknowledge and embrace that in each of our daily lives and the work that we do. I have the great fortune, as do many of you, to be leading this area in a company that spans multiple countries and thousands of employees. When I look at a room like this, I am overwhelmed by the thought that the millions of employees whose lives that we touch every day, that we impact every day, the millions and millions of people across the globe that depend on us and our solutions, the daily existence that we shape, the choices that all of us make on a regular basis, just in this room alone with the companies that we represent, touch every corner of the world and every life on this planet. And that is a responsibility that each of us takes to our individual purpose every day. When I lead social innovation for Steelcase, I think about that, and I think about the daily lives that we're impacting not only for our customers, but for our employees and all of our stakeholders. And we do that by building a culture of innovation, by connecting people in purpose and transforming systems. When we do that, in order to democratize what that purpose looks like, we have guiding principles that really start to take us and guide the conversation, narrative, and individual choices we all have as employees every day. We make sure that first and foremost, no matter what, that we are a people-centered culture, that the decisions that we make for everyone are led by individual choices. We understand that purpose needs to be embedded into leadership decisions, that our actions need to be transparent, and we need to be authentic to who we are and the impact that we can make. We do have collective impact, and even though each of our purpose and each of our whys lies within the individual, we understand that it's going to take all of us together to meet those needs. When I think about my role in Steelcase in social innovation, we think about where can we move the needle, and we get incredibly focused. If we know that at Steelcase, our mission is to unlock human promise by transforming workers and workplaces, We need to have quality education in the communities where we live and work. We need decent work and economic growth, and we need to reduce inequalities where they exist. When we think about the value stream of our organization and how knowledge is transferred, we think about that in the investments that we make on the social innovation side, how we scale our impact. We explore, we experiment, we make sure that when we have an idea, we are able to activate it with the resources that are not just financial, but all of those systems that are in play within our organization, and we amplify those for the world to hear. And that is what we think of as impact and innovation at Steelcase. When we think about how we connect people and purpose, we do that not only at the individual level, but we embed that and institutionalize it in the systems that we have. Everything from our leadership programs, leadership including the leadership of self and the individual, has a component around purpose and finding your purpose and connecting to it. We institutionalize that in our hiring practices. And then we go beyond and make sure that we create that culture within the communities where we live and work. We believe so strongly that our role in any community where we live and work is a global scale with local impact. And that local impact means that when we partner with organizations, we are building a culture of innovation. We take our value stream of innovation, of design thinking, of agile, and we teach those methods and mindsets to the organizations we partner with because they alone are going to hold the solution to what that looks like and what that means at scale. When we think about where this comes together, it's all in the transformation of systems. We know that integration is key and critical to creating and sustaining a culture of ESG in any organization. From the policies and practices on the people side to our operational footprint, we believe that these choices are made both at the leadership and at the individual level. What you're seeing right now is on the main floor of one of our offices in Michigan. Do you see that little green spot right there? That's our CEO's office. That space is our leadership space, and every day in between the Learning and the Innovation Center, our employees walk through this space to be able to interact, to be able to share ideas, and to be able to be connected to the decision makers and to the collaborators who happen to be our senior leaders within the organization. When you think about your organization and democratization through the lens of space, how are your organizations organized to democratize even the simple humanity of a hello in the morning, of a quiet conversation, of really getting to know and understand and interact and drive those ideas to every single employee every single day? That's going to be key and critical to what we do. I'm so proud to be here and to think about this journey that's brought me here today. When I think of each of us having the opportunity to leave a legacy through the democratization of sustainability, environmental, social, or governance, to each of your employees and to each of the communities where you live and work, it's like a ripple effect and a love letter back to each of those people that you serve every single day. And I'm proud to be a part of this community. Thank you so much.